Life is like a jigsaw puzzle. And if you're a puzzle fan and you like jigsaws particularly, they can be quite challenging. You're given a box, you turn it over, there are 500 or 1,000 pieces all jumbled up. You have no idea where they go. So you begin your challenge and you start putting all the faces up so that you can see the picture. And then one by one, you separate all those pieces into categories. And then you take the edge pieces and you build yourself a framework. And then one by one, you begin the long process of putting in piece by piece. And it's not always easy. Sometimes it's easy to find where those pieces go because you can see from around the pieces with them, they're somewhat similar color, or they have a similar shape that you recognize, or you see that it has a scene that you recognize, and you find that it goes here. And there's other times you don't have a clue where they go. Like it might be in the water or in the sky, and all the pieces look the same. But somehow, with perseverance, one piece at a time will eventually fit to complete the puzzle, and the whole picture will be complete. And so, our life is kind of like the picture puzzle. The only trouble is, in our life, we don't have a box that has a picture of it. We don't know what the picture of our life is in total. We only know the picture of our life one piece at a time. And that's all we have. And then we just have the surrounding area where we have to figure out where that piece fits. And so we take the piece and we turn it upside down and around and whatever, and hopefully it fits. Now, we're given opportunities every single day of our life. The events of our life, the circumstances of our life, good, bad, happy, sad, to be those pieces in the puzzle of our life. And it's up to us to take that journey in our life to fulfill the final picture that we were created to be, even though at this point we still do not know what that is. But with time and with patience, we can look back and we can begin to see that the picture is forming. And yeah, we still have time to look forward to the unknown, but it's piece by piece. And it comes down to using that individual piece every single day of your life to make sure it fits in the puzzle. We don't have our past. Our past is memory. And we don't have our future because that's all expectation. All we have in life right now is now. And Ecclesiasticus tells us there's a time for everything under the heavens, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to weep and a time to sow. And when you read that, you see the encapsulation of an entire lifetime, because all those events make us who we are. And there's a story of this man who had a little child, and the little child was bugging him. He was trying to read his newspaper. That's all he was trying to do. And the little child kept coming and said, "Daddy, Daddy, Daddy." And finally, the father had it with the kid. So what he did was he took the newspaper, part of it anyway, and he ripped it up into many, many pieces. And he put it all together in a pile with all these pieces, and he gave it to the child. And he says, "Okay, here's your job for the afternoon," thinking that the child would spend the rest of the afternoon doing this. "Put this together," he said. "And when you're finished with it, you can bring it back to me, okay?" So the little child took all the pieces, he went off into another room, and the father continued to read his newspaper. And in a very short period of time, the child came back with the newspaper all put together and pasted. And the father was in shock, because this should have taken the child a long, long time. Instead, it took like 5 minutes. So the father said to the child, "How did you do that? How did you put that complicated newspaper back together?" And the little child looked at his dad and said, "Daddy, On the back side where you gave me, there was a picture of the earth. So once I could put the earth together, the rest was simple. You know, we're living in times when we have nothing but division and hate and turmoil, and everybody wants to get everybody more divided instead of taking those pieces and putting them together. Yes, if we could put the world together, we'd have a peaceful world. Yes, life is like a jigsaw puzzle, and it's up to us to put each and every single piece in that puzzle together. And hopefully, when our puzzle is complete, we do not have any empty spaces.